Yes, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the downfall of married couples. Downfall of married couples. First of all, I'm going to start at the upbringing of a person or a child. When a child is growing up, the child will emulate the parents. The child will do whatever he sees or she sees the parent do. Parents are the first example of a child, and whatever a parent does continually, it is going to be considered a normal thing by the child. And so the child will use this upbringing, this exposure, as a lesson for him to see life in a way which he will consider to live. So he will consider to live his life according to what he sees of his parents. And as he grows, if he is not told that the negative things that he saw are not the way to go, then he will emulate and apply whatever is being shown to his character, to his mind, and to his way of life. And as he grows, that will be his way of life, because that's the way he sees things, that's the way he saw his parents live. And so he is going to live, she is going to live according to what he has seen in his parents growing up. A person gives what they have. If you ask a man or a woman or anyone for a glass of water, he only can give water if he has water. Whatever is being asked, that can only be given if it is available. If it's not available, you cannot give. In other words, a person can only give what was given to them. So if a person has had an abusive upbringing, a high possibility that would be his way of living, that would be the way he will live, and that is what he is going to give to whatever he's connected to. So if a child has grown up seeing his father abuse his mom, yes, it is a dislikable, unacceptable thing to witness. But that would be the only thing that would instill his character, and eventually that is what he is going to give when he grows. Now, if he is married or she is married and she has seen her mom being the one in control in the house, that would be her emulation. That is what she is going to emulate, and of course that is what is going to be given, as I have been saying during this topic. In spite of being brought up negatively, it does not take away our consciousness of knowing what is right and what is wrong. Knowing what is right and what is wrong it means that we have the ability to make right choices. Unfortunately, the negativity always is the one that a person gravitates to, because we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So if a boy has grown up seeing his daddy beating his mom, it is highly possible that he would do the same thing. He would do the same thing. Whatever a child is exposed to, that would be the outcome of his lifestyle. And so a lot of times, like I said previously, the downfall of our upbringing, the downfall of married couples, is we impart or we deposit our negative upbringing. We deposit our negative upbringing to our relationship. We deposit our negative. A lot of times people deposit their negative upbringing to their relationship. And that is one of the most unfortunate things that people have always been doing. We must be able to identify the bad part of our upbringing and try to apply the positive things, the things that are helpful, things that are nourishing for the relationship in order for it to work. You cannot be, living, being in a relationship and applying the intrinsic of a single person. You cannot be single and in a relationship. You cannot be in a relationship and literally apply the propensity of a single person. A lot of people have done this. They are in a relationship and they have been selfish as they make decisions and do things as if they are not with someone else. You gotta do things that would respect the foundation of your couple. You gotta do things that won't jeopardize your couple. You cannot be doing things like, for example, if you're a man and you have a lot of friends and you have a wife, you cannot be hanging around with your friends late at night and come home and expect her to accept that. No, you can't be doing that. And a lot of men have done that. They have their boys and they hang with their boys and come home late and demand that their wife accept it. No, you can't do that. Can't be doing that. A lot of men have done that. That is absolutely unacceptable. That is not good. It's not healthy, and it must not be done in a relationship, in a married relationship. When you are married, you're supposed to live responsibly. Your decisions must be taken from the foundation of being responsible. You cannot be irresponsible and be in a relationship. When you are in a relationship, it means that by this time you have the mindset of knowing what is right and what is best for your couple in order for it to work. And whatever is right, whatever is best, that is what must be applied. Because you are with someone else. You cannot be with someone else and is living like you are alone. And wives, you must respect. A wife must respect the position, the position of a father. A wife cannot be a father and a mother. God did not make a woman to be a father. A woman was made to be a mother. And the propensity of a mother is different to that of a father. So you cannot be a mother and wants to be in charge. Being in control should not be applied excessively to a relationship. It should be applied to decision making. You got to be in control of your decision making. But you must not have, the man must not have the mentality of being a dictator. Like some Christian men, as they were told that women are to submit to their husband. They literally they took that to the extreme and applied dictating, or they applied excessively like a dictator. And that's not what God means. God does not mean that a man should abuse his position of authority. The position of authority was mainly for the purpose of leading your family to God and being responsible in your decision making as a father, being wise, being led by the Spirit. That's what it means. You ought to be led by the Spirit and lead your family. However, the wife has to respect your position of authority. As far as the wife has to respect the position of authority, where if there is a decision to be made, the wife cannot just get up and make that decision without letting her husband know. And if a decision on the husband's behalf, if a decision is to be made, it must not be done without the knowledge of your wife. So the best leader is a person who is willing to be led himself. That's the best leader. When you are able to be led, then you are a good leader. It means that you are not biased in your leadership. You are not selfish in your leadership. You allow yourself to be led. You allow yourself to be told. And when you allow yourself to be told, it means that you allow yourself to listen to other people's advices. A woman has a different character than a man. A woman is a very observant. A woman is a observant person. Women are very observant. The devil has perverted it, as women are very nosy and gossip, and that women are very women was created to monitor her, and to observe, because if for you to nurse or to take care, you gotta have the propensity of observation and being able to see things in order to take care of something. So yes, when your wife talked, when a wife talked to her husband, he should listen. He should listen, because in every situation it's always good to listen. But some men, as they are, they are all carried away by the idea of I am the man and I am in control. They tends to think that whatever the woman has to say is not that important. Yes, it is important. Everything is important in a sense when it comes to making a decision. So a lot of times people put their upbringing into their relationship, and if the upbringing was negative, they literally put it in the relationship and destroys the couple. Like, even if your father was abusive, that doesn't give you the right to be abusive to your wife when you grow up. Same thing for the women. If your mother was controlling, that doesn't give you the right to be controlling to your husband. If you control your husband, you will literally suffocating the authority of the house. You are jeopardizing, you are sabotaging the authority, and therefore you are jeopardizing your couple and also your family. You are leading your family down to destruction. When it's very destructive when a woman is literally violating the authoritative position of a man. You cannot do that. You have to respect his position as the father. And the man has to respect the position of a mother, and therefore, and a lot of times people make the mistake of exposing their children to their problems. Like when you have an argument with your wife, your children should not be exposed to that thing. When you're having an argument or whatever, there are things in the couple the children should not be exposed to, and parents have to be very careful with what they say in the presence of their children. You cannot be talking anyhow in the presence of your children. You gotta respect them too. You gotta respect the fact that they are kids and they emulate us, and whatever we do, they are going to do. And a lot of times we have forgotten that. So we must learn to respect these different positions and so on. And when we do this, when we apply this principle, we can do a lot of good to our relationship and married couples, to our couple lives. So these are some of the things that I wanted to, highlight so that people could know what is often the downfall of a relationship. That's why when a woman or a man is getting into a relationship, it's very important for you to observe and to see and know the person who you are getting involved with, because you need to know if that person has what it takes to keep a relationship, to maintain a relationship. If you can't be getting into a relationship because he is cute and she is sexy, can't be doing that. What if she's a freak and that's all she's about? What if she's a decadent type of person? She's not, the type of woman who would, be the way a virtuous woman, or where a woman is supposed to be in order for a relationship to work. You know what I'm saying? What if, he's cute, but what if he's an abusive man? What if he likes to beat women? Or what if he's promiscuous? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cute guys, not saying all, are promiscuous because they use their cuteness, as an advantage to get a lot of sex, you know what I'm saying? And then when they get their sex, they're gonna go to their boys and brag. When that's stupid, you know what I'm saying? It's stupid, but it is so out of control that it's literally become a culture where men brag when they have had sex with like different women. It becomes so outrageous that men literally brag. You know what I'm saying? And that's just dumb. But then again, maybe he has seen his father done that. So, you know what I'm saying, it's just a continuation of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important for people to know who they are getting with before you get married. You know what I'm saying? You just can't go and get married and then you find yourself with a rapist or a pedophile or a crazy person or a promiscuous person. You can't be, make that mistake. That's why it's very important to, when we're in the process of courtship, we gotta observe, analyze, and observe more than you ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Do more observation than questions. Yeah, so that's it.